Here we go again. Good morning and thank you for watching. Let me get it out right out the bat. Please like and subscribe. It helps get the channel out and it helps get this information out to more people. And let me say, it feels weird to ask you to promote me. You know, growing up, you're taught to put your head down, work hard, and one day you'll get noticed. And that's true for some, but not for most. And that's what's weird about life. Based off of everything you're told and everything you see, you begin to expect a certain outcome. But oftentimes, regardless of how much information you have, what was expected never comes to fruition. How does this relate to real estate? Well, we're in a seller's market again. We all expected by this time this year, we would be in a buyer's market. And for a couple of months, we were in a buyer's market. I even talked about putting in disrespectful offers at one point in time. Now, those couple of months, they're over. Just like my scenario earlier, we expected for the market to be one way based off of everything we knew, and now it's another. And let me explain why that is. So I bring to you the Crawford report or the Crawford Index. Now, the Crawford Index is pretty much everything regarding Maricopa County, everything with real estate. You want to know how many people are moving here, how many people are buying here, selling. It just talks everything real estate. And on their homepage, they have an index called the Crawford Index. And what this says, let me break it down right here. Let's first talk about the market index right here. Now, the way to read this is a balanced market is when it's in that yellow, okay? And as you can see, it's not in the yellow, it's in the green. And green represents sellers, okay? So what it's saying is that sellers, it's more of a seller's market overall. But then it breaks down why. So if you come over here to supply, it's saying that it's 60%, 61% supply versus a balanced market would be actually at 100. So it's 39% lower, making it a seller's market versus a buyer's market. Now listen, if this green went all the way over here to the red, then that would mean it's more buyers, meaning there's tons of supply. That would mean there's so much supply that it would be advantageous for buyers in that scenario, if that makes any sense. So supply is down, is what that's saying. And then demand is at 80, okay? So demand is higher than supply. So there are more buyers, is what they're saying right now. There are more buyers at 82 than there is a supply at 61. So that is creating a seller's market again. And that is what's disturbing the market. Now, what are the reasons for it going to being a seller's market? Well, I came up with 3. There's more. There's a whole lot more. But you guys don't want a 20-minute video, so let's just talk about the top 3. 1, housing prices have gone up a lot. I purchased my home about 6 years ago, a little over 6 years ago, and I got it for $270,000. It's showing on Redfin right now that the value of my home is about $500,000. That's an 85% increase in value over a 6-year period. That's a lot, for anybody, for housing prices to go up that high. Number 2, housing prices were expected to fall. With mortgage rates going up so high and so fast, the only obvious step is for housing prices to take a dive. And that's what we all expected. Well, in Maricopa County, that never really happened. Sure, housing prices came down a bit, but they came down a bit from the absolute highs, right? And from the absolute highs, they did come down, but it wasn't much. It wasn't even worth talking, 5, maybe 10% in some areas in extreme cases. And 3, who wants to go from a 3% interest rate to a 6 or 7% interest rate? Nobody. So chances are, unless you're truly needing to upgrade, you're more likely to just keep where you're at and be happy with what you have, right? So with higher prices and higher rates, sellers don't like their options when looking on the buying side. And if you have very little sellers, that creates very little inventory. And with very low inventory, creates a higher demand. Buyers, this is when you need to lean on your realtors to give you their professional advice. They're getting paid for a reason. Listen, people think that realtors are getting paid for their hard work, and that's partly true, but in reality, it's their experience. Their experience in dealing with these markets is why they're getting paid. Good realtors are trained on what to look for. Good realtors keep their ear to the ground, and they're always listening for what's coming next. It's time to come to terms that, we as buyers, we're not going to be able to get what we expected from this market. So we need to ask the professionals their opinions when putting in all of our offers. Remember, real estate should be a long-term play. History has proved that there really is no bad time for a long-term housing play, right? Not in 2001, not in 2008, and not most recently even in 2001. All those times that you would have purchased right now is proven that it still be a great opportunity long-term. But again, real estate should always be a long-term investment unless you're an investor. That's all I've got for you today. Please like and subscribe if you think that this information was helpful in any way. And as always, please remember, life's not meant to be, it's meant to create. Too strong.